the most beautiful parts of the movie are when the two of them are in the hinterlands of Sicily, because the movie starts really they're planning and then they're going on a trip to Sicily. Then these two are traveling through countryside and they're in this abandoned church parking lot. And many of these images Antonioni plainly recreated from Giorgio de Chirico paintings. That was in a way the visual and mysterious trance highlight of the film. It's a visual film and it has a trance visual highlight as opposed to a dramatic narrative peak, which this movie doesn't really have. But it occurred to me even then, yes, and I figured he must have been copying Chirico, but I'm not just being biased. Those scenes are really very haunting. The church, empty town in middle of summer day Sicily, very haunting. I should say I had no idea regarding the Chirico ties. You may know I like this painter. I've brought him up sometimes on this show. And in fact, although Antonioni reproduces some Chirico scenes, the movie does not at all have a Chirico feel. And what I mean is, it is easy. Yes, if you take pretty much any abandoned Italian or Sicilian town on a summer afternoon, and you put the camera right, and you can sort of capture the superficial setting of what Chirico is showing in many of his paintings, but there's also a particular nostalgia, dream feel in Chirico, and also especially feel of mystery, especially menace, religious transfiguration. Remember again, André Breton literally jumped out of a tram car when he saw a Chirico painting in a gallery. He felt that here was arrival of a new religious moment. And that's missing from this movie. It has none of that. It has almost no tension, no menace. The feel of it is very different from what Chirico's showing, but it's also remarkable that almost no narrative tension. Yes, it's a mystery movie, detective story, but it never feels like really a detective story. It's without a doubt, yes, he tried to recreate some superficial arrangement of those scenes. Not only, by the way, in a church parking lot by themselves, but also, and this is maybe the scene of the movie that stay with you the most, you see a train with steam engine in Sicilian countryside with the sea, the water in the background. So the train going horizontally, steam coming out, and water behind it, this is a signature Chirico image, touch. And the two of them are in the grass by the train tracks kissing. And movie is very beautiful, is almost designed to display such scenes, which if he was a painter, you could maybe say he does it in one image, but the virtue of movie form is that it builds up to that, again, not dramatically, but visually and in mood. So when that image I just said appears, it has intuitive, emotional, and mood significance for you as viewer, different from what you'd get from a still shot or this. The movie is Sicily-based and vacation-based, and you could see the title Avventura, the adventure, as maybe slight ironic, because there's not really any adventure. Yes, they fall in love, but that is itself questionable. They go to nice locations, they meander, they are aimless. They travel in beginning on a yacht with a noble woman and her retinue. And at one point, Antonioni contrives it, so they go to Noto later on. Noto is a beautiful Baroque architecture town, I think outside Syracuse a little bit. And there's a nice dig at Sicilians. When the Vitti character, I posted this actually on my account, the Vitti character is alone in Town Plaza, and she gets surrounded by all kinds of Sicilian men's gawking at her, Bob's and Vagine style. You think they're getting ready to gang rape. But anyway, I mean to say a lot of movie L'Avventura is a vacation around Sicily. It's not really an adventure. They had tremendous difficulties, I hear, with funding and production of movies, so much so that the company Antonioni had managing the movie, it got bankrupt in middle, so the whole cast got stranded without food and water on this tiny rock in middle of the sea. They had to be extricated. But Antonioni persevered. Persevered, by the way, also after the movie premiere at Cannes, where it was absolutely killed by the audience. They booed, they catcalled the movie, so much so that Antonioni apparently had to leave the screening in the middle. similar maybe to Reception, A Rite of Spring by Stravinsky, which caused a riot of anger on premiere, but Antonioni persevered.